Good afternoon. The victim in this case, and I apologize if I mispronounce the name, Nedzad Botnick, white male, 21. Two suspects in this case. The first one is Joseph Edward Tether, white male, 20. The next suspect is Nicholas Justin Stoner. He's a white male, 21. On Monday, July 21st, 2014 at 6:29 p.m., police officers dispatched BP at 9700 Atlantic Boulevard for a shooting. When police officers arrived, they found the victim suffering from a gunshot wound. The victim did die as a result of that gunshot wound at the scene. The homicide unit responded and conducted their investigation. They learned that the suspects drove to the BP in order to meet the victim and to purchase marijuana from the victim. Suspect Stoner is the one that drove suspect Tether to the BP. Suspect Tether got out of the car and conducted a drug transaction with the victim. Immediately after the drug transaction concluded, the suspect pulled out a handgun and attempted to rob the victim. The victim fought back and was shot in the torso. Both suspects then got into the car and drove away. Suspect Stoner, the following day, actually contacted authorities and arranged to turn himself in, which he did. He admitted to driving but being unaware of the robbery that took place. Stoner was charged with murder. Suspect Tether was actually arrested yesterday in the 3600 block of O'Hara Road. He was arrested, charged with murder and armed robbery. There were also some additional charges that were placed against him at the time of arrest, which include possession of a firearm by convicted felon, possession of a marijuana, and resisting without violence. And I'll answer any questions you might have.
Stephanie Brown, WOKB. For the drug deal, was the victim the intended buyer or a seller?
The victim was the seller.
Do they have any prior history together to your knowledge?
I described their relationship as being acquaintances. My understanding is they've done this type of thing before. I don't know if the suspect Tether had, but my understanding was the other suspect did have other transactions with him.
So it appears the victim almost met up, so to speak, with the person who ultimately fired the gun through the driver.
I believe so, yes. Not 100% certain on that, but yeah.
Any other questions?
Dan Scanlon, Times Union. This was then a prearranged meeting at this BP for some transaction.
Yes, absolutely. It was
What was the substance being transacted?
marijuana.
Okay.
Heather Lee, Channel 4. I understand both of them, they were both charged with murder, or at one point they were both charged with murder, and now only one
A
is?
suspect Stoner, he was charged with murder and what we call accessory. But on the docket, you'll see murder and the accessory. That's just the way we need to charge it from an administrative perspective. So.
Okay. So they're both being charged with the same, but
Right now that we have it, suspect Stoner is actually charged with accessory to murder,
okay.
and suspect Tether is being charged with murder, along with those other charges that I mentioned.
Chief Butler, Catherine from Action News. If you guys knew last week that Stoner had turned himself in, why not let us know, tell the public, hey, this guy that we believe was involved in this crime is off the street? Why wait?
We did, well, the suspect Stoner, I know there was a public records request that was made. We did release that document. It took a little bit of time, but we had to redact information because we didn't want information getting out to suspect Tether that may tip our hand as far as what we were doing. We knew probably in the middle of last week that who our shooter was, and basically through what we do, through the way we apprehend our suspects, we basically take steps to pretty much try to find him and apprehend him. So
And
it wasn't as if we just knew that he was identified, we have an arrest warrant, we're not doing anything to try to find him.
And did I see that when Tether was picked up, he had a weapon with him?
He did, yes.
So is it your belief that the driver didn't know there was going to be guns and an attempted robbery involved?
That's what he said to us. Of course, I don't have a definitive answer for you. That's what he told us.
Any other questions?
Garrett Pelican, First Coast News. Do we know how much marijuana they were dealing?
I do not.
Fair enough.
If I'm not mistaken, the search for at least one of these suspects had at one time stretched into Orlando. Was that actually, did that pan out at all, or they were both found locally?
They were both found locally. We did have information that possibly somewhere down in the Orlando area, but they never panned out.
Any other questions?